Hey guys, here's a quick lesson on how to do the homework on page 305, 1 through 15. Before we go on solving equations with exponents, I just want to follow through with the concept. As you recall, whenever we raised a power to another power, we multiplied the powers. So x cubed to the power of 2 became x to the 3 times 2, or just x to the 6th. Now, let me come over to this side over here. I want to take a look at what happens if I were to raise this expression here to the power of 3 over 2. If you raise this to the power of 3 over 2, a power raised to a power, once again we multiply the powers. So multiply the top numerators and denominators and we get 6 over 6, or actually just x to the power of 1. Well, you can see there's a relationship here between 2 over 3 and 3 over 2. And that is called the reciprocal. Now, again over here, if we raise this term right here to the negative 4 over 5, it's keeping the sign and reciprocating it. When you raise this to that power, you end up getting x to the power of 1. You could see it as negative 20 over negative 20, or just 1. Same thing over here. Raise this term to reciprocal power. Now, maybe it's easier if you saw it as 4 over 1. And then we could see that we'd raise this as the power of 1/4. And when you raise that to the reciprocal power, you end up getting x equals 1. So what's the point of all this? Well, it helps us with solving equations like these right here. Whenever we're given an equation, our main objective is to get x all by itself. So when you look at this problem right here, we got stuff we have to get rid of. That has to go away because, think about it, we're trying to get x all by itself. So one of the things we could do to get x by itself in question number 1 is if I could raise this side right here to the power of, well, the reciprocal would be 2 over 3. The deal in math is if you do the same thing on both sides, you're allowed to do it. So when I do this reciprocal on the left side, I end up getting x equals, on the left, the power drops out, and raise this to the 2/3 power. You could take this and use your calculator. It's the cube root of 8 squared, and you get 4. Okay, for number 2, to get x by itself, we have to raise both sides to the reciprocal power. When you see the power right there, negative 5 over 4, think of keeping its sign and flipping it, or what we just say is the reciprocal. So I want to take the reciprocal both sides here. I get negative 4 over 5. Raise the other side to the negative 4 over 5. When you do this on the left side, it just simply becomes x. But on the right side, well, if you're not sure how to do this, what the value is, you could use your calculator to assist. Be sure you use parentheses. Okay, turn it into math fraction, and we can see 1/16 is the answer. There's nothing wrong with using the calculator. And even if you want to, you could actually plug in 1/16 into this value right there in your calculator. You can even see that it works. So if you took 1/16 and raised it to the power of negative 5 over 4, amazing, it works. Okay, taking a look at number 3. Same rules apply with solving equations, that we're trying to get x all by itself here. And when you look at this, the first thing you should be doing is undoing the multiplying by 2, so you divide both sides by 2 first, and you get x to the 1/3 equals 5. Now we're going to simply raise both sides to the reciprocal power. That'll just be 3 over 1, or just 3. And 5 cubed is equal to, you can use your calculator, 125. It's not that bad as long as you follow the steps. Okay, next group of problems here. A little bit more challenging. Got some layers going on here. So whenever you're solving an equation, trying to get x by itself, same rules apply. You add the 4 first. You get 3x to the 3/2 power equals 81. Divide both sides by 3. X to the 3/2 power is equal to 27. Raise both sides to the reciprocal power. And x equals, take the cube root of 27 and square it. You may use your calculator. You should get 9. That's going to become, the cube root of 27 is 3, and 3 squared is 9. Not bad. And here's the last one. Once again, got to get everything by itself. Get the x by itself on the left side there. So subtract the 5 first. Bring this down. See, that's 128. Then divide both sides by 4. If you divide both sides by 4, 128 divided by 4 is going to be equal to 32. So we get x minus 4 to the 5/3 power is equal to 32. Now raise both sides to the reciprocal power. 3/5 power. I get x minus 4 is equal to, use your calculator, you end up getting 8 as a value. Then add 4 to both sides now, and get 12.